Hello everyone, welcome to Goalside. Mohamed Salah is the pride of Egypt and one of the best players in the world nowadays, with titles and goals to go along with it. However, there's a lot to Salah that most people don't know about, and we bring you a list of 10 things you didn't know about Liverpool's ace. Salah has a school named after him in Egypt. That's right, Mohamed Salah is far more than just a footballer back in Egypt. The forward still takes pride in representing his country both on and off the pitch. He is one of, if not probably, the most beloved celebrities in the history of Egypt. But how did it come to this? Well, for starters, Egypt hasn't qualified to the World Cup in 28 years. However, they had an opportunity to do so when Egypt met Congo in the World Cup 2018 qualifiers. This is when Mohamed Salah took over. He scored a brace, with the second goal coming in the injury time from a penalty spot to seal off a 2-1 victory. The country went mad, everybody was celebrating in the streets, and Mohamed Salah was the king of the country. When he created history for his nation, the director of the high school where Salah graduated decided to name the school after him. Mohamed Salah Military Industrial Secondary School is now in full power, located in the country's capital, Cairo. Mohamed Salah himself donated a lot of money toward the building, as well as building a playground for the younger generations to grow and hang out together in the sporting spirit. There's a mural of Salah in the middle of Times Square. Perhaps the most famous square in the world, Times Square in New York City, is a symbol of American power and cultural difference. Thus, Mohamed Salah found his place on Times Square when the artist Brendan Adooms decided to paint Salah's mural at Times Square. This was done with the Egyptians' full consent, and Salah even commented on this honor, saying, "Egypt, people, they only want to go to the World Cup, but now after what I'm doing, they want to win the World Cup. For me, as a footballer, it's something different to see myself anywhere in street art." Salah's beard and hair take up most of the mural, with multiple images of Salah's playing career and Egyptian culture fulfilling it. There's also a phrase on the mural saying, "larger than life," displaying all of Salah's greatness in one sentence. Salah is a devoted Muslim. Mohamed Salah has a reputation of a highly humble person, especially with such big successes, never changing the Egyptian striker. This makes him look calm at all times, even when he or his team aren't doing well. Salah always looks at peace and ready to move forward. It's also the reason why he bows down to the ground every time he scores a goal. It's interesting that his teammate, Sadio Mane, is also a big Muslim, and the duo seem to be creating history both footballing and cultural-wise. Liverpool fans even sang a song about becoming Muslims just because of Mo Salah. The Egyptian named his daughter Mecca Mohammed because Mecca is the holy land of Islam in Saudi Arabia. However, he later changed her name to Makkah in order to avoid the likeness with one of the world's most famous casino places in Las Vegas, Mecca Bingo. He helped a thief to build a better life. There's a good reason why Mohamed Salah is so beloved in Egypt. Obviously, his footballing skills come first and foremost, but there's a whole lot more that makes Salah culturally so important for the whole nation. So, once a burglar entered Mohamed's home in order to steal things, his father caught the thief. This all happened in 2017, and even though he was very busy at the time, Mohamed Salah had to beg his father to forgive the thief. Not only that, but Salah took things a step further. He helped that man to build a better life, providing him with proper education and perspective that only a few in Egypt can get. Salah stated that he believes in redemption more than once, and he also proved it in practice. These actions aren't a coincidence, as they fall directly under Salah's religious view, as Islam asks for forgiveness even if the one does something bad to you. Salah refused to shake hands with Israeli players. Mohamed Salah made a name for himself in Europe and attracted the attention of top clubs with his performances for Basel and Switzerland. However, more than a footballer, Salah is a man of principle. The story of Israelis abusing the Muslims in Palestine is well known, so Salah decided to do something about it. When Basel hosted Maccabi Tel Aviv, an Israeli club, he went to the sideline to tie his boots while the handshakes took place. It was pretty obvious he'd done this on purpose in order to avoid shaking hands with Tel Aviv's players. The outrage was enormous in Israel, and the team still had one more match to play, this time in Israel. The stakes were sky high too. Maccabi Tel Aviv and Basel squared off in a two-legged tie to battle for the Champions League spot. The first match, the one where Salah went to the sidelines in the handshakes, was won by Salah and his teammates by 1-0. So Salah decided to go a step forward in the return leg in Israel. While the handshakes took place, he refused to shake hands, offering just a fist bump to Tel Aviv players. In the end, the Egyptian came out as a winner, scoring the deciding goal that would lead Basel to the Champions League, knocking out his hated rivals, Maccabi Tel Aviv. This, however, didn't bother one of the most popular Jews in the world, Roman Abramovich, who brought Salah to Chelsea soon after the incident took place. He managed to drop the drug usage in Egypt. Egyptian Ministry of Social Solidarity organized Say No to Drugs campaign in order to try and help the youth to avoid using drugs or get rid of them completely in case they were using them. The campaign was doing a solid job, but it wasn't a world beater. That is, until Mohamed Salah joined. He created a video specifically for No to Drugs campaign, which ends in Salah saying the words, "Say no to drugs," in Arabic with the hotline number displayed, garnering over 5 million views in just 3 days. The video helped the campaign to blow up, and the trackers registered a 400% increase in the number of calls to help in fighting drugs. Drug addiction is a real problem in Egypt, where the numbers are estimated at around double the world average. Thus, Salah's participation in this campaign heavily helped improve the country struggling with drug usage. The more than a footballer phrase confirmed itself once again for Mohamed Salah. He was the first ever Egyptian playing for Chelsea. After some breathtaking performances for Basel, Roman Abramovich pulled the trigger and bought Mohamed Salah to help his team. However, Jose Mourinho was Chelsea's manager at the time, and Salah never really got the opportunity to play as some other players did. There are no bad feelings between Mourinho and Salah today, and the Portuguese even described Mohamed as enthusiastic and a hard-working player. Mourinho also spoke of the first time he took note of Salah. I played against Basel in the Champions League. Salah was a kid at Basel. When I play against a certain team, I analyze the team and players for quite a long time, and I fell in love with that kid. I bought the kid. The Egyptian wanted to play, but the competition was too big at Chelsea. This prompted him to move to Fiorentina on loan, where he rebuilt his career, further moving to Roma and then to Liverpool, where he rose to stardom, becoming the global icon that he is today. One of the most disciplined players in the Premier League. We talked about Salah's humble personality off the pitch quite a lot today. However, his human behavior reflects on the pitch too. Ever since joining Liverpool in 2017, the Egyptian forward received only 2 yellow cards to date. This is an incredible feat, more so due to the fact that he runs a whole lot, tracking back, pressing, and constantly helping his team to get in good positions. His calm demeanor helps him to never lose control, as Liverpool rely on their best player to lead the way, not just with goals, but with his personality too. In the most fast-paced league in the world, Mohamed Salah managed to earn a yellow card per season, and he's still to receive a red. Truly an impressive feat, just confirming what we already know. Salah is one of a kind. He is a big Muhammad Ali fan. One of the best boxers of all times, made an impact on people all over the world, and it looks like the Egyptians are no different. Muhammad Ali always stood for his rights, even if it cost him the prime of his career when he was banned from boxing. This inspired generations after him to emulate Ali, showing the human side ahead of the sport's competitive spirit. Mohamed Salah is also an avid fan of the late boxer, as he often quotes his role model. Just like Muhammad Ali, Salah has a reputation of bouncing back after a failure, just like he did when he reinvented his career after the unsuccessful Chelsea spell, becoming the world-class player nobody would have predicted him to become. Salah met his wife in early childhood. Mohamed Salah is often exposed to the media, despite him being a low-profile family man dedicated to making the life better for everyone around him. However, a big part of Salah's success is, according to his own words, his wife, Maji Sadek. The two met early in life, going through the elementary and the junior school together. Salah and Sadek finally married in 2013 when Salah was just 21 years old. Her calm demeanor and simple presence in public is the opposite of other footballers' wives who like to flaunt the riches. However, Sadek keeps things simple, just like her husband, and the couple have a child named Maka. Mohamed Salah is a personality we should all look up to. His uprising saw him remain humble and hardworking at all times. Perhaps his faith and religion played a big part in this, as he could always turn to that to look for peace and calmness. Salah also likes reading books, furthering his spirituality, helping himself to grow mentally. On the pitch, in the 90 minutes, he is ruthless, always going for the ball, always running in behind, and most importantly, always scoring goals. However, that's not what makes him such an all-time great. He is so special because the success never got to him. And Salah, by all accounts, remained the same person he was when he was just starting out in local clubs as a young boy. As for his individual honors and records, there are plenty of them. He won the GQ Middle Eastern Man of the Year award in 2019 for his efforts in helping Egypt. Salah also won the Premier League's Golden Boot, an award for the best goal scorer, 2 seasons in a row, both in 2017-18 and 2018-19. Salah was also close to winning the most prestigious award there is in football, the Ballon d'Or. However, he came up short twice, winning 5th and 6th place on consecutive occasions. We could go on and on about Salah's individual and team honors, but it will never say as much about him as the people surrounding him. They will always give him the life Ballon d'Or for being humble and a true human, never putting himself ahead of someone else, even though many in his position would do so. A great footballer and an even greater human being, Mohamed Salah.